Hi everyone, I'm Farmer Jolly and welcome back to our Let's Play series on Oakbridge Farm. Now, it's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we've just been over at the forestry area. We've got a couple of trees chopped down ready to go or ready to be taken over, and we have purchased this skid steer mower which I was hoping would be able to clear away some of these trees and things, but it can't. And we're having a look. There's a lot of trees to get down. If we open up the map, this is where we are, and there are quite a few. I don't actually know how far back. I'm assuming to this hedge, so yeah, there's quite a bit. Some like this we are just going to have to use the chainsaw to get rid of, but I think we'd save quite a bit of time if we leased a forestry harvester here. Now that one would chop the trees down, but it won't process them into logs, whereas these all will. So that can do up to 70, 120 and 65. So we're not going to go for that because that's too expensive. I'm thinking of leasing this. Can we? Okay. Oh, that's gonna. How much is that going to be? 9,628 per hour. What if we just had normal? Okay, so it doesn't actually add much on. I think they might help us. Trying to get some. Yeah, I think we'll go for that. So we're going to lease this. It's going to take quite a bit of money, but I think it's going to be useful, especially if we can get done as quickly as we can. So let's lease that, and then we will jump into, oh, not this just yet. Where's it gone? Here. We'll jump into the, oh, I just turned the engine off. Jump into the lorry and we'll go and collect it. And we'll get these trees chopped down. Now, I don't want to continue leasing loads of items, but I think for this job it's gonna be needed. I think it's next month as well. We will be able to harvest our field. We have got the. If we just stop for a second, we've got this field all windrowed and collected, and in the silage bunker here. Now, there is quite a lot in here, which is amazing, and even some just spilling out slightly, but we couldn't really get much more in. If I can get on top of the JCB, there we go. It's very full. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot in here. I think there's over 500,000 litres, which is brilliant. So now let's just jump back into the lorry and we'll get over, grab the forestry harvester. Right then, let's try and swing round. They haven't parked that in the best place to get the lorry in. There we go. So I think we can now just straighten ourselves up out here. That will do. Let's unfold the ramps. We might as well leave the engine running for a second. And let's... That looks really cool. Just hoping we can operate it well enough. Let's jump in. Oh. Okay, there we go. So we should clear it. Now, are we better to drive on or reverse on? I think we're going to be better to reverse it on, which is going to be a bit more interesting. Let's just zoom the camera out slightly. At least it's an automatic. So this is going to be interesting. We're going. Now we're only putting it on this because it's going to be a lot faster to get it over to the field. There we go, so we can get back a bit more about there. And then that can go to there. Perfect. It is on board. That is absolutely massive. But that is cool. I'm really hoping this is going to massively speed up some time. So let's get the straps. Actually, we'll jump through the straps from in here. So let's fold the ramps up, chuck the straps on, and head over to the forestry area. Now I think we're going to chop the logs into probably 6 or 7 meter lengths, I think. I have chopped the other ones at 8 meters. Actually, I suppose what we could do is take the forestry harvester off, park the flatbed trailer up so it's close by but out of the way, go and get the log trailer and see if the logs fit on at the 8 meter length, and if they do, then we'll probably go for that, just to make it a bit easier, have less logs to transport. But this thing is massive, so let's very carefully. We have already got the combine out ready for the next month because that's going to be used very soon. But I want to try and get this done. Oh god, that's heavy. That's oh no. And you want to go this way. Why is it every time we try and turn around that corner with the lorry, car appears? Ooh. There we go. Let's try that again. Let's back up. And try into this corner again. Take it nice and wide. I think we've done it. We cut the grass a little bit, but that's fine. This is going to be the interesting one, trying to get through this gate. We need to put our pressure washer away as well. I just realised we're going to pull over for this car. And I need to try and stay really close to this hedge and turn very last second. Oh, that was so close. There we go. That should be free. There's nothing. I'm not touching that. There we go. There we go. We are out. That is a very tight gateway for such a large trailer. Right. We're not going to get the trailer. We're just going to make a start because we are going to get charged another £9,000 very soon. So let's get this off and get these trees taken down. Any of the massive ones that this can't do, we will do by hand, but I think this is going to be able to do most of them. So I'm going to get this off and set up, and we'll make a start. We're just going to park. I think we'll just park just up here so we're out of everybody's way. Right, this is going to take quite a while. Luckily, it's got an automatic lining up feature, which is going to help massively. So we just have to keep lining up, cutting it. Oh no, come on, tilt the other way. And keep cutting. There we go. Try and make it relatively neat. And spin this back round. And that. And go forwards. There we go. And line up. This is going to take quite a bit of time. Okay, I think we'll just about miss. Oh, we are pulling it to us. And we are now have the tree underneath us. Just what we wanted. I am not the greatest when it comes to using this machine, but it is definitely helping. Right, we'll have to come back along and remove all the stumps, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Let's try and get as many of these trees down as we can. Well, I seem to be getting to grips with this now. We are getting into the swing of it, and we are getting these trees down pretty quickly, which is absolutely amazing. The auto align feature is really helping. They are just coming down so nicely. Once this one's done, we'll just jump out and see what we've done. So these trees back, obviously there's this one. These we're not going to be able to do, so these will have to be done with the chainsaw, like this. So that can go there. And we could possibly hire a wood chipper to get all these bits done, because we're going to struggle to get them into the trailer. So that might be worth it. Or even buying one. We'll see how much they are. Big tree to cut down here. That's those ones, and then this bit. So this will open it up massively. There is just so much that we've got to do there, and at this tree we'd have no chance. I don't think even this can cut through it. Let's cut through up here and see if this works. Oh, I think I can get rid of this tree stump. Yes, we can. Oh, there's a bit there. There. There we go. So that's that tree stump gone. So it will make a massive difference. But there is a lot to do. How far back does it actually go? Let's put the chainsaw away. It goes quite far, so we need to crack on. So I'm going to try and get as many of these trees down as I can. And I will see you. What is going on here? There we go. I'll see you in a bit. Right, there are 4 trees left on this half, and it is really open. This tree harvester has been such an amazing help. Now we decided against chipping the trees that this wouldn't have been able to get down, because they'd have been really awkward to actually feed into any wood chipper. So we just decided to use the chainsaw and the lumberjack mod to just remove them. And why won't this? There we go. And that's made such a difference. We'll get these 4 trees down, and I'll drive down to the bottom of this field, or what will be a field. But we're gonna call it there on the tree front, because that has been a very productive logging day. Right, that won't let me also align, so I'm gonna have to do this manually. So let's get onto this, go up there and push this in, lift it up. There we go. And chop this one up. That worked ish. So let's just grab this last one. We've got all the stumps still to remove, but sometimes if I'm a bit too close, the tree harvester doesn't always like to align brilliantly. There we go. So, and hit the floor. So we are going to get charged for another month. I'm not sure how much that's going to be. Let's have a quick look. We've got this one, and they're all the same price. So, oh, we don't have enough money. Okay, that's okay. I don't think it's going to be too much. Let's fold the tree harvester up, and actually we'll just park the tree harvester here and we'll walk. So if we turn the engine off, so it's very bumpy ground, so we are going to have to come in and smooth parts out, like especially this bit here, just because another thing is, yeah, this here, the tractor's going to really struggle, but that is so much more open. We've got to collect them all so we can deliver them and do this half, but that is absolutely amazing. So let's jump into the lorry and go and deliver some, because our sawmill has no wood, so it has stopped working. Oh, what am I stuck on? Okay, there we go. So I believe the log trailer is up at the sawmill, so let's run and get that and deliver a couple of loads of these logs. I'm not sure how many loads this is actually going to take, but we've got a lot. which is amazing. We could potentially put a gateway in at the bottom of the field and potentially fence it so it's a proper field. That might be quite nice to do. But then again, with the hedge, we don't have to worry about collisions against it with the equipment. So let's go and deliver some logs. Right, we've finally got back with the timber trailer, or the log trailer. I knew that was going to happen. Typical. That's such a massive difference. It's a shame we don't have a point we can get in from down here yet, but we will definitely put an entrance in. So let's see how many logs this can take. We've got a lot of stuff we need to sell as well, which will probably be done hopefully in the next episode. We'll have a look as to when it's at its max price. But let's make a start on loading this all up. And we're getting quite a decent amount, although it looks as if we've gone for the wrong size. I think we probably should have gone for 12 or 13 meters. But it's going to be okay. Would rather go too small than too big. And things are fitting on brilliantly. But there are quite a few that need to be collected. Oh, we've got a couple that have fallen off. Now let's just try and load those again, but a little bit better. Ah, they keep falling. Right, that's going to be interesting. I might have to just adjust that slightly. Oh, okay, let's go forward so we can unload. There we go. Right. See if I can adjust this a little bit. So it might not work, but I'm hoping that we can bring this in to about there and bring this into about there. Autoload save. And now if I customize, that looks like it's done it. Let's try this. Okay, so we are closer, but let's take that off and try and bring that back to about there. See if this works. Oh no, I disconnected it. No, it's still loading it where it was originally, which isn't what I want it to do. But that's going to have to do. It's a bit better than it has been. So let's just continue. This is going to be the interesting bit with all the dips. see if we can get a few more on. It looks like it's only going to be 2 trips. Let's try unloading that. And then I think I unloaded it at the worst possible point, but okay, it's not too bad. But we are stuck. Oh. No, we're not. That was lucky. I think we're going to call that a full trailer. So, let's try and get ourselves out. We're on a tree stump. Let's try and go this side of it then. There we go. And nothing's actually dragging on the floor, which is brilliant. So, oh, tree stump. We've got to be really careful to get out of here. Let's go and unload this. And we can have a quick look as to how much of the... we might as well get this one over here. Just tidy it up just a touch. There we go. And that one. Brilliant. So I think that's one more trailer load. We'll get those logs that we've already got down. And then we've got a load that we're going to have to chop down and destroy. And then a load more that we have to chop down and deliver. But we'll head over to the store. Well, not the store. We're not going there. We'll head over to the sawmill, unload all this wood. I've got to be really careful not to take tight corners at speed though, and probably progress into the next month where we can start to harvest our, I think it's wheat field, and we are going to need to make sure we drop the straw. So let's see if we can get out of here. Go as close to that as we can. Oh, we're so close. I think this always happens. It's that pesky sign. And I think we're now stuck. Because I've got to be really careful not to touch my crop there. Right, let's see if we can go back and come out the other way and turn this round. At least we didn't get too stuck. This gateway is so difficult. So now if we turn like that, there we go. And if we get really not that close, really close to the barns, we should be able to turn tightly. There we go. And what are the chances that there's a car coming? I'm hoping that there's not, but the chances are is going to be quite high. So let's just go as quickly as we can. There's no car at the moment. It's looking good. It's looking promising. We're so close. And there's still no car. Perfect. That's really surprised me. I really thought there'd be a car coming. Right, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff waiting to be sold. The collection point is full. So let's just pull this in here. Like that. There we go. 27,000 litres. So if we let the game save, if we have a look here, planks, we're going to get 28, nearly £29,000 for the planks, 26.5 for the planks long, over 66,000 for the prefab walls, 26,000 for the wood beams, and about 3,000 for the wood chips. But what we're going to do is we are going to progress into the next month. Actually, no, we're not. I brought this over because this needs to be done as well. So we're going to quickly test this. Let's try and get as much of this field as we can. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but we need to know. So let's try and get this done in as few stops as we possibly can. We do need to do this as well with the wheat field once it's been harvested. So that's what we've got the side-by-side for. So we've already done 3 checks. But it shouldn't take us too long, and it'll be interesting to see what we've got. And in the next episode, we will be harvesting the wheat field. But off screen, I'm going to try to get the rest of the trees taken down. That'll be the plan. Because we need to get that want to get that harvester returned as quickly as possible. But it has been a massive help. I did not expect to get to nearly have that field without all the trees on so soon. So let's get this field finished off. Right, so we've got one more sample to take. So we will have taken 29 samples, which is, that's a lot. I don't know how much it's going to cost us, but if we expand the map, the whole field has been done. So let's fold the soil sampler. And where do we... Is it... Do I have to lift it first? I'm confused. Where's... How do I send the... How do I send the soil sample? I'm going to just disconnect it, grab one of the tractors quickly. Let's just pull that out of the way. We'll grab the John Deere because it's closest, and hopefully this will be able to send the samples, because that's weird. There was definitely not an option to send the samples. And it could be because the key binding might be the same as something else for the skid steer, but hopefully this will work. So do I have to have it unfolded? Send soil samples for analysis. Why? There we go. So that has been sent. So we can now fold that back up. disconnect it. Let's go and move this out of the way. Hopefully it won't take too long to get the analysis back. But we can park that there. Find this. Oh, there we go. £2,900 spent, so it has finished analysing. So let's have a quick look before we end the episode. So we've got a tiny bit of loamy sand down here, some sandy loam up here. Most of it is loam, and a tiny bit of silty clay, which to me, because of that curve, that looks as if a big chunk of field 5 is going to be silty clay. But we've got a 100% score there. The pH is between 5.25 and 6.25, so it's not too bad, and there's only a tiny little dot that is 5.25. The nitrogen is between 0 and 100 kilograms per hectare. The yield isn't bad. We've got 65, 80, 85, bit of 95, 100, a little bit of 105, 110, 115 is a big chunk of this field, and we don't have any 125, and we obviously don't know the seed rate because we don't need to seed it. So we're going to end the episode there. As always, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a it's been a big forestry episode today, but we are getting there. And the more I think about it, I think a good goal for this series will be to typically, I've got to save the game again, but if I zoom out, field 4 I think is the biggest field on the map. I'll have a look. That is 43.19 acres. Oh, we've got 54.2, so this field I think is going to be the biggest. But yeah, I'll have a look round, but I think a good goal would be to buy the biggest field and harvest it. We might end up buying more. It depends how quickly we reach that, but I think it's going to be this field. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I really do hope you've enjoyed it. And hopefully, if you have enjoyed the episode, we'll see you back here for the next one. Thanks again for watching, and bye for now.